Hey guys, this is Taraz95 here bringing you a brand new RuneScape video. This is episode 3 of my flipping to 100ml from 10ml. It's been an hour standing at the G time, so 6ml profit in 1 hour. This is easily the most profitable money making method in the game. There are things that makes more than 6ml, but obviously with only 10ml, it's hard to make a lot more than that. But as you get higher and higher in cash stack, you'll be able to make way more than this. You'll be able to make up to hundreds of mils a day sometimes if you've got really high cash stacks. But yeah, just with 10ml you can make 6ml in an hour. I don't know any other way you could make that in this whole game. I was just testing some runes, all the different types of runes. The good thing with runes is because they're generally pretty cheap, they do still get a good profit margin sometimes, but they're also pretty cheap, so you can afford to test them and you're not going to lose any money if you actually try. Unfortunately, I didn't actually find any good runes, but I found 3 good items: Rock Tails, Ascension Keys, and Dragon Hatchets. They're all generally pretty good flips, so you should try them out. Amulet Fury Teas are great items. They are traded a lot and they generally have a very high margin on them. They also have a buy limit of 100, so if you've got a lot of money, then they're an amazing flip. I tested out Water Talismans, but to be honest they weren't really buying very quickly and they didn't have an amazing margin on them anyway, so I just cancelled them and left them. Same with Blood Runes. Sometimes Blood Runes can go amazingly well and buy a lot, but this time they just weren't buying, so I took the offer out and changed it. As you can see, I really went hardcore. I put about 8 offers in for 8 different items. They all actually bought and sold pretty well, so I'm going to leave this clip at regular pace so you can see what I was buying and selling. I've shown a lot of it already, but you can also just get an idea of what is actually great to flip. So an 18k margin on the Royal Bolt Stabilizers. That's not too bad. I think I'll just go with that one. Thanks to Invention, the Barrow's armor is actually really expensive. It's a lot more expensive than Bando's armor is at the minute, actually. So see, it's not even buying for 4.1. So it's definitely worth flipping. There are great margins on it. I got a 600k margin on this like a month ago. Like just after Invention was released, there was like a 600k margin on this, but it was costing like 6ml a piece. Obviously the prices have settled because double XP weekend's not happening anymore. Let's sell this back. But yeah, even just going Barrows now is actually great money. You can make a good 3ml an hour at Barrows. Some of the items aren't amazingly priced, but if you get okay luck, then you can still make decent money. So you've got a 400k margin right there on the Darox plate body. Okay, I'll put this in and then I'll come back. Okay, it did take up a whole chunk of my cash to actually do, so I'm not able to do a whole lot more flipping. 11.4ml, but considering this whole flip will bring in over 1.3ml, then it's definitely worth it. Okay, so I'm flipping Dragon Hatchets. There's only a 31k margin on these, but I'm kind of on the clock. I've got to go to lectures, so I don't have time to find anything better. But yeah, there's still a decent enough flip. It's like a 110k flip or whatever. Okay, so I've just got back from my Black Dragons task, and all these have bought. If I just collect all the inventory, let's get that. Why is that not buying? I'll leave that anyway. It's not going to make a massive difference. It's such a small flip. If it was one of these, that jumped fast. If it was one like the Darox plate body, I probably would have changed the price, but I'll just leave the price in. Okay, I just went and did my player owned ports, and all this was sold. It sold all very quickly, which usually if these have items sell very quickly, it means I probably could have gone a little bit higher, but still, it's still a 430k margin, which is absolutely amazing. And I need to get 40k out of here. Whoops, I used 40k for ship repairs when I was at player owned ports, so we'll draw. What's in here? Yeah, not much. Okay, I'm going to actually cancel that. Okay, I'm going to leave this for a while because I'm going to try a guest flip in a minute. What I'm doing here is called speed flipping, and is the ideal way to make money if you have a low cash stack. Essentially what you do is you pick an item with a high buy limit or an item that you just can't afford to buy a lot of, and for example, I'm using Amulets of Furies because they have a buy limit of 100 and I have nowhere near enough cash to buy 100 at a time. So if you're bank standing, doing like fletching or something at the bank, what you do is you put buy and sell offers in for the item so that it buys within 5 minutes and sells within 5 minutes. That way you can just keep flipping them over and over and over and over and over. And I managed to flip 18 Amulets of Fury in an hour doing this. Obviously you're not getting amazing margins on them, but you are just increasing the volumes of your flips massively. Good items are Amulets of Furies or high value items. So like in a minute you'll see I was doing boots, steadfast boots, and they're 13 mil, so I can only afford to buy one at a time, but I was kept flipping them because they were buying and selling within 5 minutes, just kept flipping and kept flipping and kept flipping, and I managed to flip like 6 in an hour, which is really good for an item of such high value. Yeah, here, this is it. This was like halfway through me actually flipping them. So that is going to be it for this video, guys. I'm probably not going to do another video till I hit 30 mil, because not much is going to change. It's going to be the same items, whereas at 30 mil I'll have enough money to vary the items a little bit and vary the volumes quite a bit, so it'll be a lot more interesting. But thanks for watching, guys. I've been Taraz95. Please comment, rate and subscribe. See you around.